How's it going, everyone? Mountainspyder here, bringing another episode in the Pokemon TCG series. So today I'm going to give the Hydro Fury deck another chance. I think there's a lot of potential with it and I'm really keen to going with it. And I thought what better time to get started than with the new season starting out. So the new Versus ladder just reset and there is a Greninja GX which I think would be pretty cool to pick up. So let's work on picking it up. So jumping straight into Hydro Fury, let's start looking for a game. I do know there is a bit of an issue with my audio. My fan's running a bit hot at the moment. I'm working on it. I've hopefully got a new mic arriving soon, which might fix the problem. But I am aware of it. Thanks for those who have commented and brought it to light. I'm working on it, so hopefully there'll be a fix soon. Would you like to go first? Yeah, I'm quite keen to go first with this deck. So this is an older deck, and I really have had a lot of fun playing it. This is not great, but I guess it's not bad going for Frost Rotom, I guess. I've had a lot of fun with this deck, and I've had a lot of fun with this deck because it feels like you're building an engine, because it's got all these little cards that bounce off of each other and like they all come together to be awesome in the end. So all in all, it's so much fun playing with this deck. What Pokemon do I want right now? Basic Pokemon. I wouldn't mind a Skitty because I've already got a Delcatty, but the thing is, unless I actually get cards, doesn't help me that much. Whereas if I get a Snover out, maybe don't want to play with chances. Let me rather get a Skitty out. I have a Delcatty. I'll just hold off on actually getting an evolution out. Let's get Frost Rotom going. Okay, well on the plus side, next turn I'll be able to attack and maybe deal some damage. I don't know. This is actually my first time using Frost Rotom, so yeah, there's that. My opponent's bench is safe from me hitting it. Not that was going to happen very often, unless I evolve the Mudkip. I'm a bit scared my opponent has the evolution. They'll probably have the evolution now. Let's see. Yep, there goes Time Pole. That's a bit frustrating because I'm going to be hit by a lot of damage next turn from Palpitoad. That's frustrating. My opponent's dealing how much damage? Just 10 damage. So I will survive the attack from Palpitoad, which is not bad. Like I said, Snover. Man, okay, well, let's go for this on Frost Rotom. It's probably a mistake, I probably should have put that there, but I want to get some damage off. And I will be able to retreat back later if need be. I'm certainly going to need to get an energy out, a draw mechanic out very, very soon. This deck runs a lot of draw and a lot of fetch. And right now I need it. I need it quite badly. It's because this Frost Rotom isn't great early game, but bringing it in mid game, once your opponent's got quite a few energies out there, it's quite good. And the reason for that is that Frost Crush deals 20 more damage for every energy that my opponent has in play. So right now it's doing an additional 40 damage, so I'm going to be swinging in 50. So unfortunately I'm just not going to get the KO, but hey. I don't want to evolve this Delcatty yet, so I guess I'm going to start loading up Mudkip and hopefully the turn after next I'll be able to do something with him. Yeah, let's go for the attack of Frost Rotom. I don't think it's worth preserving it. I can do some switch mechanics, like switch shenanigans, but I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think so. Mudkip can come in next turn and close him up. I would be surprised if my opponent goes to switch out now into Groudon and not go for the KO, but maybe. Oh, they go for the switch in. Okay. So going for Drought. Okay, that makes sense. Going straight into a Seismitoad, and now they can actually start charging it up, because there's no fear of his bench getting hit. Interesting. I am going to deal a lot of damage with this, luckily, which is actually going to be quite nice, because I'm going to be dealing 2, 4, 6, 70 damage, which is pretty decent, actually. This Frost Rotom is better than I thought. That's not bad. I'm really okay with that. Again, not great draws. This is really unfortunate. This is current charging up this Mudkip. Hopefully something will come in. Switch, there's no point of doing just yet. Yeah, let's just go straight for the attack. Frost Crush. So, sorry about that. Some decent damage there. Not enough, but decent. Certainly decent. I am very concerned for this game though, because I don't have a lot of draw potential. I wonder if my opponent's going to switch out. They're going to switch out into Seismitoad. They're still energy short, so they can't do it just yet. The thing is, I actually need to preserve this Frost Rotom if that's what my opponent's going for. Because I'm going to need Frost Rotom to take down that Seismitoad. So, let me use Professor. Because now Delcatty is at least worth it. That's frustrating. I'm actually going to switch into Mudkip. I know I'm not going to get the KO, but that's okay. I'll hold off on evolving Delcatty just yet. I am going to start charging it up though. And let's go for some damage with Wave Splash. Now, I know I could have got the KO last turn with Frost Rotom, but I want to preserve Frost Rotom for the Seismitoad, who is eventually going to come in. Now, unfortunately, my opponent is sitting with 10 HP left on this Groudon, which is not ideal. I hope my opponent is not going to switch out. But let's see. The Thor is also charged up, which is very scary. The Thor hits for 120 damage a shot, which I'm not keen to be on the receiving end of. Let's go for Delcatty this turn, so we can bring back our Professor. Unfortunately, it's only half value, but it's something. I'm not going to use Professor this turn because I don't need it, but I'm glad to have it for next turn. And let's just finish off this Groudon. Now here comes the interesting part, is what does my opponent play next? Got all the energy I need. Okay, they went into the Thrall. So I'm going to be dealing how much damage with Frost Rotom next turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 90, 110. It's just enough. I need my opponent to play one more energy. But they must play one more energy. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 110, 130. So I'll get the KO with Frost Rotom, which is quite nice. And then it's only the issue of dealing with a Seismitoad from my opponent, which is going to be a problem. But luckily this Frost Rotom can come in and get a straight KO, which is nice. This takes 30 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. It's only got 80 HP left, so it's not the end of the world. I don't need to use Professor Kokoi this turn. I don't want to play any energies because there's 0 point in that. Wait, I do need to play Professor this turn because I need the damage. Because this is dealing 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, 110. So I need to play Professor this turn. I got another Professor for next turn, that's decent. Really bad draws though. I'm not getting the Pokemon I need. Let's go for Frost Crush. Frost Crush, my apologies. Problem is now I don't want to see that. The problem is I don't have much else, because this Delcatty is going to get one-shotted, and Delcatty is only going to swing out for 60 damage, which is not enough. I'm 20 damage short. Let's see. Okay, Ultra Ball comes out. It's actually something I desperately need right now. I'm going to drop out a Delcatty and an Abomasnow, and I need to bring out a Snova quite desperately. I think Snova is the answer. So let's bring out Snova. And let's start charging up. Because it does deal more damage against fighting types, which is always useful in this sense. Let's get that going. It's not going to come online next turn though, which is my problem. Because I'll be able to get up to 2, 3 energy, so I'm not going to get Abomasnow's ability off. So let's go for Professor. Hopefully I get another basic Pokemon. I don't get another basic Pokemon, which is a problem. There's nothing here I want that's evolutions. Oh, this is frustrating. I need another basic Pokemon. Damn. Okay. Let's just go for it. Yeah, let's just go for it. Snowball will get the KO next turn. I would have preferred... I would have preferred to get, like, have one more turn for Snova. Or for that Delkitty to knock out the Seismitoad this turn. I presume my opponent won't preserve Seismitoad. I know there's good value in the sense that he's getting draw mechanics off, but I doubt it. The problem is if that, yeah, they're gonna have Garchomp next turn. There's no way they won't be have Garchomp. And Garchomp will then knock out Snova. Or even a Bomber Snow. That's game. Ah, man, that's frustrating. I don't see a win for me right now. Yeah, I don't see a win this game. That's frustrating. Yeah, a string of bad draws. Sometimes it happens. Because the problem is now, basically the only way I get out of this scot-free is if my opponent doesn't have... If my opponent doesn't have any energy in their hand whatsoever, I'll be okay. So basically I need to play a water energy there. Yeah, that's really frustrating. I think I really want to get this Bomber Snow evolution off this turn, but it doesn't matter. Lure Ball doesn't help me because I don't want evolution Pokemon. I don't want to evolve because the evolution doesn't actually help me because I need to get the attack off. That's frustrating. Okay, Ice Shards it is. I do get the KO, which is nice, but it's a little too late because the problem is Garchomp's going to come in now and just walk over me. This was a bad game. So the frustrating thing is I feel like I played it to the best of the hand I had, but the draws just weren't there. Because the issue is Garchomp is not going to sweep me. You will have to discard an energy. So maybe if I get super lucky, my opponent doesn't have energies in their hand. But I doubt it. I so doubt it. Or actually it doesn't matter because it'll deal exactly 8 damage anyway. Man, that's frustrating. What can I do? I don't think I can do anything. I actually need a new hand. I need a fresh new hand. So what I can do is I can actually lure ball my evolutions in back into my deck and then use Tapenisa for a new hand. And I don't know, let's see what we get. So getting only one back, I'll get the Delkitty back because I've already gotten a Bomber Snow that's going to go back into my deck. So I'm not even going to bother playing an energy right now because an energy here is a waste. So let's use Tapenisa, let us shuffle my hand and draw 5 cards. Let's see what we get. Hopefully this is a way to stay in the game. There is not a way to stay in this game. Because even going into a Magmort... not Malamar. Where's Malamar? His evolution. I think it's Malamar right now. My brain's not working. It's not going to be enough. Well played. It happens. Yeah, there's the energies. They can easily do it. Okay, but disappointing. The fact that I got down to 3 prize cards is really impressive. So I'm happy with that. Things we learned from this game. Frost Rotom is actually really great. Bad first active Pokemon, granted. Bad first active Pokemon. But pretty hard hitting. So in retrospect, maybe it would have been a better idea to go for the Mudkip than to go for the Frost Rotom as my first one. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just going to end because there's no point. So 2020 hindsight, maybe I should have started with Mudkip, got some damage off, let my opponent build up, and then go in with Frost Rotom. So the reason I didn't do that was because I had a Swampert in my hand. So I was hoping to go drop Marshtomp and go Marshtomp Swampert. So that's what I was hoping for, and it didn't happen. So again, it's 2020 hindsight, not knowing draws. Yeah, I don't think I want to have Frost Rotom as my first active Pokemon again. But that being said, it didn't do badly, and in that situation I think that was the best case. Okay, so first game, first loss, it's a bit disappointing. Hopefully we can move from there. Move on from there and actually have better games. I do think this deck is actually pretty good. I'm really enjoying playing it. It's a fun deck. It's well constructed because it has all the answers you need. So I'm definitely glad I'm giving it another chance. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry, I jumped into a game there, and unfortunately, about halfway through the game, my net actually dropped, so I lost the game. What deck is my opponent using? It looks like an old Kyogre deck. I actually don't recognize the box art. This is exciting. I have no idea what deck my opponent's playing. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, this match just got super interested. Interesting. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm too excited. Yeah, this is awesome. I have no idea what my opponent's going for. So I really do hope that this connection actually stays true and that my opponent doesn't time out here. Because I really want to play against this deck. I do see that there was actually a patch the other day, and with the patch they actually updated that text that you just saw on the screen now. That does show that if you're going first, you can't play supporter cards. That text wasn't actually there previously, since at least I don't think it was there, since the Sword and Shield decks came out. So I am super keen for this. It looks like an X. Is this an X and Y Kyogre deck? I can't really see the box art properly. This is exciting. Let's see how this goes. In terms of opening hands, not great. Not bad, but not great. It could certainly be better. But hey, let's see how it goes. Anyway, I honestly, I don't mind how my deck plays out this game. Obviously, yes, I'm going to try and win, and I'll do my best to win. But I am super keen to see what my opponent brought. That's the thing, like, that's why I'm also playing these auto deck challenges, is because it's interesting. Seeing new decks, and just adding some spice into the game. It's really stale if you're just playing the same deck over and over again. So this I'm super loving about, the fact that this is just a deck I have no idea what my opponent's bringing. I got nothing else, unfortunately. I don't know if my opponent's playing intentionally slow, or if they're just having connection issues like I've had recently. So, Phoebus. Wow, it's even got to load the cards. It's loading super slow. Float on. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon does 10 damage to itself. Ah. Okay. If I draw a Professor right now, I actually get a KO. So that's interesting. What's this? Horsey, 6 damage, bubble. Flip a coin. If paralyzed. Okay, cool. Unfortunately, I didn't seem to get myself a Professor there, because that would have been rather awkward for my opponent. But hey, thankfully for my opponent, I don't have a lot of damage on my first turn. So let's put this fire energy there, because I don't need to put a water. And I got nothing else to do. Nope, let's go for Fake Out. So what else? Torchic, Ember, flip a coin. If tails, discard a energy attached to this Pokemon. Pretty decent. And Spheal, 70 HP for a 20 damage Ice Ball with 2 energies. Not great. This certainly feels like an older deck. I must actually take a look as soon as this game is finished and see how far down the ladder this deck goes, because I am super excited by this. So, Thanada World, if you are watching this video, thank you so much. Oh no! Why? Why would you yield? Ah. Out of curiosity, I want to go back to the store quickly and see what deck my opponent was using. I'm not going to go through the entire deck. Out of curiosity, I also see how old that deck was, because I don't recognize it. Granted, I haven't been playing the Pokemon TCG for a while. I stopped playing for quite long, and I had quite a bit of a hiatus. Oh man, I am so disappointed my opponent yielded from that game. Man, why? Okay, how old was the deck? I presume it's quite an old one. No. I don't even see it. Where is that deck? X and Y. Yeah, it's not X and Y deck. Ocean's Core. I'm excited to get to these decks. I don't know them. I wasn't playing Pokemon TCG when the X and Y series came out. So I am so keen to get that far down this list and play those decks. I do have enough Pokepoints to buy a new deck. So this will be the last video with Hydro Fury until I move on to the next deck, which I actually don't know what it is. Stephen Garner, using the Necrozma deck, the laser focus deck, which I still hold is a great deck. Super reliable. So obviously, walking into this, I am very concerned. I am more concerned because this is a terrible opening hand. But hey, I'm also going first, which doesn't help because I have Lily, which is rather unfortunate. Lily is a rather terrible card at the moment, just because you got a 50% chance of it being useless. So, Nest Ball, let's get this going, and let's get ourselves a Mudkip, hoping that we get a Marshtomp out soon. We've got 2 Marshtomps in the deck, so it shouldn't be too difficult. It's about a 2 in 45 chance, so let's see how that goes. I don't know if I want to even bother with Slugma. I'm going to put my energy... Do I want to bother with it? Because I'm going to get KO'd in a number of turns. I'm going to rather charge up the Mudkip. I don't think the 2 energy on the Slugma is worth it. Slugma is not a Pokemon I ever want to be my active Pokemon. It's very lackluster. Yes, Magma Ring, preventing my opponent from being able to retreat, it does have its uses. But this is a very scary position to be sitting in right now, because my opponent has got a very good playmat right now. That board presence is fantastic. So I'm going to not bother with Slugma, and I'm rather going to carry on charging up that Mudkip, hoping for the Marshtomp, which I do and manage to pick up. So that's looking quite good. Unfortunately, I can't retreat Slugma. So I really do hope my opponent actually gets a KO on the Slugma as soon as possible, because I can't do anything with it. Okay, fantastic. And the reason I say that's fantastic is because I can actually go into Swampert and I will have enough energies, which is fantastic because of the Master Royal. Actually, I didn't need the Master Royal. So let's get Swampert down. I'm going to be getting the KO, thankfully, on type Null. I would like to use Power Draw though. I'm going to drop this Water Energy. And what do I get? That's quite nice. Let's get a Skitty down. A Hydro Pump deals 20 more damage for each Water Energy, so I'm dealing 140. So don't need to worry about more damage from Master Royal so far. So we use a Draw 3. Let's see what we get. More energy. Fantastic. Hydro Pump. Let's go. Okay, we're on the front foot. This is looking good. I need to keep this pressure going. I can't let my opponent recover. I do have a switch, which is always good to see. Right now, I want to see an Abomasnow. I've got a switch, which means I can go into Abomasnow when I'm in trouble. And I've got a Water Energy in my discard pile, which means I can go out into it. So let's dig for this Abomasnow. We didn't get it. That's not what I want to see. Let's use this Power Draw. Let's drop another Water Energy in case we get another Abomasnow out eventually. And that is actually not bad, because we've got 2 which we can use. So let's evolve this Delcatty. Let's bring back these 2 Draw 3s back to my hand, which is looking fantastic right now. And let's start charging up the Snova. Okay, this is looking good. Hydro Pump. I want to get that Abomasnow online, because right now, that's my plan B. Timer Ball, that could save me right now. Thankfully, I'm on the front foot. I am so glad how I attached those energies by neglecting Slugma. I believe that was the right play. Scary thing is now my opponent's Malamar is online. So if my opponent has a Weakness Guard energy, I'm in trouble. And I sincerely hope my opponent doesn't have one. Ah, damn. That's frustrating. I was really worried about that. Okay. Thankfully, Lure Ball actually comes in quite handy now. So let's get Delcatty out there. Okay. Let's see. No Abomasnow yet. So let's go for a Draw 3 first. Okay, there's the Abomasnow, which is something I do want to see. So let's bring Abomasnow out. I certainly want that energy onto Abomasnow. I would like to use Lure Ball. And let's see how many of my friends I get back. I get two friends back. I want to bring Marshtomp back. And I want to bring Swampert back. I know I have a Swampert back in my hand already, but the sooner I can get it back on the field, the better. Let's get another energy down onto a Abomasnow. Let us charge up here, and we get another Abomasnow out. And do I have another Mudkip in my hand? I don't have another Mudkip, but I wouldn't mind getting... oh wait, I can't get Delcatty, I need evolutions. So let me get Marshtomp out. Yeah, I got one more Mudkip left in my deck. So we'll see if we can get to it. This is why I said I love this deck, because it's like an engine builder. Let's get this Abomasnow out. And let's have my next one charged up and ready to go. Okay, that's everything I can do. We're done. So Abomasnow is ready to go next turn. I get a Marshtomp down onto that second Mudkip. And I start loading up that second Mudkip. And I think that's it for next turn. I get draws out. Let's see what happens. This game's going pretty well. This is how I want to showcase how fantastic this deck can run. Now, unfortunately, I need my opponent to stay asleep. Otherwise, I'm going to be in trouble. Furfrou, I'm okay putting Furfrou out just as a sacrificial Pokemon. Let's get some draws out. Let's see what comes out. Delcatty, thank you. I want to see you quite badly. Marshtomp, let's get the evolution going. Got nothing else to play over here. Let's start getting Marshtomp online. Marshtomp will be online next turn, thankfully, because of the Master Royal. So let's go for Hypno Hammer. I think that's everything I can do. Hypno Hammer, and does my opponent stay asleep? This is going to be huge. Man, that's unfortunate. I was so hoping my opponent would stay asleep. That is huge. Okay, it happens. It's okay. Marshtomp comes in next turn. And I will get a KO on Necrozma. Because Necrozma only has 50 HP left. Yeah, only has 50 HP left. Okay, let's do this. Right, what do we draw? Fire Energy. I don't want to see that. So let's get... I want to get my non-shiny Swampert down, because I know it's going to go down pretty soon. Let's play our Water Energy. Let's play Master Royal to put another Water Energy there. Let's get Delcatty down, because I want to get Master Royal back to my hand, and I want to get another draw 3 out. I really want to get the other Mudkip out as soon as possible. Let's go for a power draw. I don't want to see this right now. And let's see what we get. Okay, we actually have Pokemon Stretcher, which is fantastic right now, because I want to use it, ironically, to get Mudkip back. So, which means I can go into another Swampert as quickly as possible. Ultra Ball, I don't think I need an Ultra Ball. It's not going to do anything for me. Okay, and it's going to Hydro Pump. Necrozma goes down. Soul Valley can't knock me out next turn. My opponent's got 2 prize cards left, which means that I need to hang on a little bit longer. Yeah, there's a Soul Valley, which is what I was worried about. Air Slash is definitely going to hurt. Yeah, Air Slash is definitely going to hurt. So 100, 120, 140, so I do get the knockout at least. Okay, so no matter what they play, I do get the knockout. I was worried about that. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. I will have enough time because I got the Master Royal. So that's okay. I'll be able to pick up Gumshoos, and I'll be able to pick up Soul Valley. Does my opponent have an answer after that? It's going to be the Ordinio, which is not going to be enough. Escape Rope. That's actually quite interesting. Certainly not this turn, but I might be able to make use of it next turn. Let's get that going. I can't use Master Royal this turn. Well, I can, but there's no point doing it. I don't think I need any more draws right now. Let me Nest Ball quickly. I want to see. I don't think my other Abomasnow is there. My Abomasnow, unfortunately, is in my discard pile. And I've got no way to bring that back. which means basically most of my hand right now is null and void. I do need more energies though, so let me play Lady this turn. Let me get these energies out of my deck, and I think that's going to be the last draws I do. Alright, got my energy there, got that sorted out. Let's go for it. Power draw, I don't need. Hydro pump. Okay, Swampert is going to go down next turn, which is unfortunate. Which is certainly unfortunate. But I'll be able to bring out another Swampert the turn after, get rid of the Silvally, and it's just chewing through this Ordino, which shouldn't be a problem. I think I'm good. Because I would knock out this Silvally, and my next Swampert should knock out anything else. See how well this deck works. Energy can be a little bit of a problem, but the Abomasnow certainly do help you in that sense. I know I wasted a lot of energy on my Abomasnow, which is unfortunate. But this deck really goes to show how it recycles itself. Like, how many times has my opponent had to deal with Swamperts? I think this is the 4th Swampert I've played. So, let's bring out Swampert. Let's load it up full of energy. Master Royal. Another energy. That's 140 damage, that's good. I don't need anything else. And yeah, let's do this. Let's get the KO. Hydro Pump. Okay. What does my opponent do to win? Does my opponent have a win con? And I think the answer is no. I don't know how this deck would deal 160 damage to me. How would my opponent get this? I don't think the deck runs away. Yeah, the deck doesn't run away with Onswing. Well played. That was a great game. Yes, I won, but neglecting that fact, this game really went to show how awesome Hydro Fury is. It is such a fun deck because you've got all these mechanics going the whole time. You've got this engine rolling in the background, which just carries on going, carries on building up, and you've got your answers, you've got your Pokeballs, you've got your great supporter cards. I love how this deck is built. Thank you to whoever at the Pokemon Company, whichever team it was that built Hydro Fury. Thumbs up, I enjoy it. I'm going to jump into one more game for this video. Honestly, this last game really showcased what I wanted to show. I wanted to showcase how much fun you can play with Hydro Fury. Looking back, probably charging up that Abomasnow was a bit of a waste considering it went down on one turn and didn't do anything. But it was a 50% chance. If I won that coin flip, so if my opponent flipped tails and the crows must stay asleep, it would have been huge. And I would have been able to actually really capitalize off of that. Unfortunately, it's a coin flip. And 50-50, I lost, which happens. Moving forward, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But you never know. So let's see how this deck goes. We're up against a Torrential Cannon deck, which is a nice deck. Mulligan. Damn, that's unfortunate. Torrential Cannon's a fun deck. I do like it. It's not as good as when it originally came out, like current meta when it came out. I feel like it's dropped off a little bit, but it's still a super fun deck to play. And this is an awful opening hand. This is not what I want to be seeing. I hope I'm going second. I think I'm going second? Yes, I'm going second. So at least I can use Lily. But this is not what I want to see. Now, ironically, this is one of those times where I am actually going to charge up Slugma, because I know my opponent's not going to be attacking very much because they want to get collects off. So I want to apply as much pressure as possible. Oof. This is not great. Do I have 2 Marshtomps in my deck? I do have 2 Marshtomps. Hopefully I can get super lucky and get a Marshtomp draw out really soon. So let's get Magma Ring. Again, not much. I do have the question now as to whether I want to put a second energy on this Slugma. Thing is, it's either putting another energy on the Slugma or starting to get the Mudkip online. Because unfortunately, Swampert, best case scenario, is going to be online in 3 turns. And I don't know if I'm going to be around in 3 turns. I don't have a switch either, which is really unfortunate. So unless my opponent deals... The problem is I don't have a way of getting the Slugma out. I wish the Slugma had a 1 retreat cost. That would make it so much better. Because the problem is I've got to commit another energy to it just to get the retreat out. Which is super, super frustrating. Thankfully, my opponent can't retreat so long as I keep on using Magma Ring. Oh, that scares me. I don't want to be sitting this game super long if my opponent's building into a Blastoise already. Okay, that's actually really great. Frost Rotom is crazy powerful against this deck of my opponents because it runs so many energies. So let's get draw 3 out. Skitty, I'm actually super happy seeing Skitty right now. Where do I want this energy to go? Again, I'm holding out for a Marshtomp draw. It's like a 1 in 14 chance. I think it's worth holding out for. Because I don't want Frost Rotom to come out just yet. I want Frost Rotom to hold out until Blastoise. So let's do that. Let's go for another Magma Ring. Again, it's like a death of 1,000 cuts. Really going to take ages to get through this Farfetch'd. But I hope I'm eventually able to actually get through it. Let's see what happens. My opponent's getting a lot of draws out. It's going to take ages to get through Farfetch'd. I definitely don't want a Copycat. So let's go for Professor. What do we get from Professor? There is Marshtomp. And there is Snova. That is huge. I am very, very happy seeing that. Let's get that second energy on Marshtomp. And yeah, let's just carry on going for Magma Ring. The nice thing is now that even if my Slugma goes down, Swampert will be online. So I've got that backup ready to go. My opponent's going to have a Surfing Golduck, which does suck. But hey. Oh, sorry, Swim, not Surf. I'm okay with this. I am super okay with that happening. Wait, what? Oh, if any. Not your active. Oh man, that sucks. I forgot that Swim was any water energies. That is a serious problem for me. I don't know what to do. The thing is, I need to go. I basically need to go into Frost Rotom, but I've got no way to do that because I need to switch, and this frustrating Slugma doesn't have the energy requirements. And the problem is, I don't want. Okay, let me do this for this turn. I don't have any water energies down, which means my opponent can't hit my bench. I don't want a Copycat. I'm just gonna have to sit and take this. I'm not gonna Pokemon bench just yet. The Pokemon stretcher just yet. Ah, this is so frustrating. I completely forgot how that worked. Ah, man. I felt so good there because I was like, oh, it's fine. My Slugma doesn't have water energy. But it's any. Ah. That just hurt. 2, 4, 6, 8, 90. I'm 10 damage short for Frost Rotom. Let's go out to Skitty. I can't put an energy on Skitty. Okay, Timer Ball. This actually matters because... Well, let's see if it matters first. Okay, I get Marshtomp, which is huge. So I can go Marshtomp. Wait, do I want to get Delcatty out quickly? No, I'd rather go for Marshtomp. I'll bring Delcatty back with... I'll sort of Delcatty out somehow. Okay, so let's go for Pokemon Stretcher. Let's bring a Mudkip back to my hand. Let's go into Mudkip. And for the moment, let's do nothing. Okay, so if my opponent plays an energy, I get a KO on this Golduck. So I'm super banking on my opponent playing an energy. And they will now because of Blastoise. Frustrating things is Blastoise If my opponent gets 3 energies in this Blastoise, like this turn, I'm in serious trouble. Oh man, my opponent saw it. I've lost this game. That play from my opponent early on, it destroyed me. Straight up destroyed me. I'm so irritated they didn't play an energy there. Now it would have been better for me to actually get out that Delcatty. Ah, man. Well, I guess now I've got a water energy down, so it doesn't matter. I can get this going. Let's put this. Let's see. Maybe my opponent doesn't go for the KO on Rotom. Let's go Frost Crush. Oh man, that's the second time Rotom's just not got a kill. Knockout. Yeah. My opponent had the energy. They knew. So definitely well played, my friend. Well played. You knew what not to do. The thing is that Blastoise is going to come in and destroy. I don't have an answer for this. This Golduck destroyed me. Man. That's frustrating. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, I got a Swampert. That's great. So let's put that there because reasons. Let's Copycat. I'm going to get a good draw now at least, which is nice. The problem is my opponent's down to 2 prize cards. I don't know how I'm going to bring this back. Let's get all these down. Frustrating thing is if I actually didn't place that energy there, I could have used Escape Rope. And I could have knocked out some. Actually, my opponent wouldn't have gone into it because I forgot Escape Rope my opponent chooses. Let's go for this. Let's bring out a Skitty. Maybe I can do something. I don't know. Let's go Frost Crush. Problem is, I don't know how I'm going to deal with this Blastoise right now. Because I need to somehow deal a ridiculous amount of damage. I need to deal 130 damage. Basically, the only way I can do that is Frost Rotom, who is now going to go down. Putting that energy actually there was such a mistake. Oh man, that was so silly of me to put that energy on to Bomb Snow. Because I could have put it onto... I could have held off from placing it. Retreated Frost Rotom out into like Mudkip, done 10 damage, and then come in with Frost Rotom and did serious damage to my opponent. Bad play on my side. Really bad play on my side. Ah, that's frustrating. And that's game. Yeah, that's game. Damn. Sorry, guys. That was very frustrating. Bad play on my side there. I do apologize. Yeah, it happens. Just use Delcatty. I don't even know what I want for my discard pile. Because the thing is, it doesn't really matter because I have no way of getting out what I need this turn and making a difference. So I can Escape Rope just to slow my opponent down and see what happens. What do they go out into? Go into Farfetch'd. I got no one that can deal damage. I'm really irritated if I placed that energy there. That was a huge mistake on my side. A big oof. There's Swampert again. Let's put that energy there. And let's go for Tackle. So, at least I'm going to go down with 2 prize cards. But, yeah, that was bad. A lot of mistakes on my side, I feel, in this last game. I don't know what happened. I didn't see the plays in this game. The turning point of this game was that Golduck. And me just absolutely forgetting how Golduck functioned. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Yeah, I'm glad I had the previous game. This game, very disappointing, but you learn. I now know Golduck, any water energy, not just on your opponent's active Pokemon. But regardless, it's happened. So, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'm going to pop into the store now to see what the next deck is that I'm going to be showcasing on the channel. My next video, however, is not going to be that. So stay tuned. I do have an awesome video coming up next, which I think a lot of you will enjoy. It is not a theme deck, strictly. Well, it's not a theme deck video, so it is going to be something different, but I hope you do enjoy it. And the next deck is the Tropical Takedown. I actually thought I had this deck, but apparently not. So the next deck you'll be seeing will be the Tropical Takedown deck from the Sun and Moon series. So certainly stay tuned for that. Thank you as always for watching, everyone. I'm blown away by the amount of views my videos are getting. So thank you so much. Cheers, everyone. Enjoy.